Hello, Steve Arts 89. I'm looking at over all the Super Bowl trailers. Some kind spirit edited all the trailers together, and hopefully they didn't miss anything out. I'm just trusting them. And I watched the two Flash trailers, and I watched the Fast and Furious 10, I think, trailer. But actually, in between those two, I forgot I watched. I forgot the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer because I'm not a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan. I never saw the show. I watched the films each once in the cinema. That's it, and I haven't watched them since. I enjoyed them, but I barely remember what happened. I mean, at the start they mentioned that Gamora's back, and I'm like, did she die? And I'm like, oh yeah, in the other film she died. Yeah, I remember that now. Or did she? I don't remember. So I'm just lying and pretending like I remember. I actually don't remember her dying. It's like, okay, she's back, and apparently she's an a-hole. So, there's the character play and the backwards and forwards and all that stuff. That's part of their thing. And it looks like Drax is injured. It looks like at one point they're carrying Star-Lord, so maybe he dies. I mean, they're sort of suggesting something big and epic is going to happen. Someone's going to die, some drama. Who knows? The actions look good, the shots look good, the effects look good, everything looks good. I'm just not hugely compelled. I'd have to go back and watch 1 and 2 again to get excited about this one. Because it's not like Batman that I'm familiar with. It's not like, Fast and the Furious where I watched the original film in the cinema back in the day and I've watched like all the films since and there's like, well, except for number 9, I've watched like 8 of them. So, it's sort of different like with Fast and the Furious, not Fast and the Furious. Well, it is different with Fast and the Furious, but with Guardians, I'm just not as engaged because I just don't know those characters as well as the others. But we'll see. It looks fun. I did enjoy the first 2 films, particularly the first film. Second one was a bit over the top. They sort of went really far. And that's part of the problem with films. Sometimes they have the first film works, and then the second film they'll just focus on certain elements and just they feel like they have to do more. They have to be bigger or louder or whatever, and it doesn't necessarily work. It doesn't necessarily improve the film. It's just they feel like they can't stay at the same level. They have to go somewhere else. And I feel like this is going to be like that, but we'll see. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the trailer. Yeah, is someone going to die? I don't know. I hear it's the last film, and I hear Mr. Barista being... I want to say Barista. Is that his name? I hear him saying he won't be playing the character again, and also he wouldn't be able to because the physicalities, it's too hard to get that big again because, So, yeah, we'll see. It's probably the last one. They'll probably just have a nice little trilogy, end on that, which could mean anything could happen. Someone could die, something could drastically be world-changing that comes along. We'll see. I'm going to go. Bye. Hello, Steve RC9. Well, we got a really tiny trailer for, teaser, for Dungeons and Dragons during this whole Super Bowl thing. Someone was nice enough to put a little compilation of all the trailers, so I'm just watching them. And I have no interest in it. I never played Dungeons and Dragons. I had friends who played it when they were a kid. I heard about all the controversy and all that, and never really... I mean, I had like an ad for one of the games in like a comic that I looked at, all the time because I read the comic all the time. That's all I know about Dungeons and Dragons. Just the satanic panic and all that sort of stuff that happened back in the 80s and the sort of stigma it still had in the 90s and onwards, and just now the criticisms of it being changed and all that, and all the usual... what are we calling it now? When people are all up in their drama about stuff. But yeah, it seems to have gone into that territory, and it doesn't look that interesting. Chris Pine's in it, but I'm not a huge fan. He was okay as Kirk, but he hasn't done anything else that I absolutely loved, and it's like I have to see him in this film. So tiny trailer, not much impact. Doubt I'll even watch it. Don't know if anyone else will. Don't know if it'll do well. I don't know how much of a following it has and how much it will translate as a film, because my understanding was they already did a film a while ago and it wasn't like a big hit or anything. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably going to combine these instead of doing like 5 reviews of like 5 trailers or whatever, but